Ever had a chisel so dull it just crushes the wood instead of cutting it clean? That's something every craftsman has faced at some point. But here's the good news, you don't need a new chisel or fancy tools to fix it. With a sharpening stone, a bit of patience, and one simple wooden jig, you can bring that edge back to life and make it slice through wood like it's brand new again. Before we start sharpening, soak your stone in water for about 5 minutes. This helps keep it cool and prevents the metal from clogging the surface while you work. You'll notice the stone cutting smoother and giving a cleaner edge every time. Let's start by building a simple wooden jig to hold the chisel steady. Take a solid rectangular block of wood, something flat and heavy enough to stay in place. Add a bit of oil to your handsaw, then cut one end of the block at a 45-degree angle. This slanted edge will help guide the chisel at the perfect sharpening angle later on. Next, grab a piece of fine grit sandpaper and smooth the surface until it's nice and even. Then drill 3 small holes in a straight line across the top. Insert 3 screws with washers and adjust their height so the chisel fits snugly in between. Once it's aligned, tighten the screws to lock it in. This jig gives you a firm, steady grip, making sharpening easier and safer. It also keeps your angle consistent, so instead of guessing each time, your chisel gets a precise, professional-looking edge with every stroke. Now let's finish the jig by adding the screws and washers. This is what holds the chisel perfectly in place while you sharpen. Start by marking the 3 spots you want to drill along the top of the wood block. Space them evenly so the chisel can rest right in the center. Then drill 3 clean holes just deep enough for the screws to fit firmly without cracking the wood. Next, place a washer on each screw before inserting it. The washers help spread the pressure evenly so you won't leave marks or damage the chisel while tightening. Begin threading each screw into the wood, but don't tighten them all the way yet. Lay your chisel flat against the 45-degree angle you cut earlier, then slowly adjust the screws until they hold the chisel snug, not too tight, not too loose. You want it steady, but still easy to remove when needed. If your chisel has a wider or narrower blade, no problem. Just back off one screw or tighten another until it fits perfectly. You can even use a small level or square to make sure the blade is aligned evenly with the jig surface. Once everything is secure, give the chisel a light tap to check it doesn't move. That's it, you've built a sturdy adjustable jig that keeps your chisel locked in the perfect position for sharpening. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference. With this setup, you'll get cleaner, more accurate edges every time, and you'll never have to worry about slipping or uneven angles again. Before we keep going, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Drop your city or state down in the comments. It's always great seeing how far this DIY community reaches. Now it's time to put that jig to work. Set your chisel in place and tighten the screws so it stays firm. Wet the stone again if it's starting to dry. Keeping it damp helps the blade glide smoothly. Place the bevel of the chisel flat on the stone and begin moving it back and forth in even strokes. Keep steady pressure and let the stone do the work. After about a minute, flip the chisel over and work the backside with a few light passes to remove any burrs. You'll start to see the edge shine as the metal evens out. Check your progress. If you can feel a fine, sharp lip along the edge, that means you're nearly done. A few more slow, careful strokes will bring it to a perfect finish. With this setup, your hands stay safe, your angle stays consistent, and the results are as sharp as anything you'd get from a professional sharpening service. For the final touch, let's bring out a little trick that really makes your chisel shine. Grab some regular toothpaste. Yes, the same kind you use every morning, and apply a small amount along the cutting edge. Toothpaste acts as a gentle polishing compound, perfect for removing any fine scratches left from sharpening. Now take the metal shell from an old AA battery, the thin outer casing, and use it like a mini polishing tool. Hold it flat against the chisel's edge and move it back and forth in short strokes. The smooth metal surface helps buff the steel without dulling it. Keep working it for about a minute or two until you see the edge gleam like a mirror. Wipe it clean with a soft cloth and run your finger lightly, carefully. Across the edge, you'll feel just how sharp and smooth it's become. This step doesn't just make your chisel look new again, it also helps it cut cleaner and last longer. A little toothpaste and an old battery, simple, practical, and it works like magic. And there you have it, a dull, worn-out chisel turned sharp and ready for real work again. With just a few simple tools, some patience, and a bit of creativity, you've saved yourself time and money while getting professional results right at home. If you enjoyed this project, give it a like and subscribe for more clever fixes and workshop ideas. And before you go, let me know in the comments what tool you'd like to see brought back to life next. I read every one of them.